Hey, good morning everybody. This is Bobby with Raw to Rageous again. I've got a trailer loaded up this morning. We're headed to the annual free community dump day at the city dump. You know, this is a great way to take advantage of some cost savings. Typically a load to the dump is going to run us about $10 a load, whether it's a 5x8 trailer or an 8x10 or something like that, because the weight limit typically gets pretty high. But we're headed out to the dump. This is about the 6th or 7th load that we've carried over the last 6 to 8 weeks, and it's one of those things that we've got to do in order to clean up the place and make the residence that we have, or the place that we're living, from raw to rageous. We'll see you soon. So I am driving up on this annual dump day location, and let me tell you what, there is a line of cars backed up. And it's not as long as I thought it could be, but it's still longer than I had hoped it would be. So we'll see. The nice thing, I guess, is that it's not as long as it will be. See, it's still pretty early in the morning. The community dump just opened up about an hour and a half ago. But let me flip this thing around and you can see the line. Check that out. Everybody's coming out right before the fall season. Football season just recently opened up the last couple of weeks, and everybody's cleaning up the place before winter sets. And what a great day. Like I said a few minutes ago, this is $10 a load if you take it on a regular day, and it's really difficult to do that because the dump is only open till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, weekdays only. So whenever this happens, they take tires, they take chemicals, they take all kinds of things. And when you've got a property that you're trying to work with and clean up and build something on and make into something that you desire, you have to remember that it may have become available because nobody wanted to clean it up. And that's one of the things that when you're around looking at property and trying to evaluate and assess what you want to do, then you kind of need to ask yourself what you're willing to do. Cleaning up a place and making it something that's really worth it to you and to your family is not something that's going to be easy. It's going to take time and it's going to take hard work. And this is one of those less glamorous things and parts of getting that done. So I've been here all of about 5 or 10 minutes max, and there are already, just looking in my rear view mirror, there are already about 20 to 25 cars, trucks, and trailers behind me. Fortunately, they're moving this line pretty quickly, so we're just anxious to get in here and get out and get on with the rest of our day. Today is Saturday, September 14th. So funny story here. My son-in-law is about 15 cars behind me. I just called him up and asked him if he wanted to cut in line, and he kind of chuckled a little bit. I really don't think that's going to fly right here, but you know, it was worth the humor. So still in line, won't be long I don't think, but just excited to be here and get this stuff away from the property. So there is no question I got here at the right time. That Nissan that you see in the rearview mirror right there, that's my son-in-law. Well, folks, this is quite an operation here. The line is being split up depending on what we've got in the back of the trailers or the trucks or whatever it is that people are hauling. We've got to take turns to get into that building right up there where they're taking all of the stock that people are bringing, and they're shoveling it into trucks like this that are going to go to the landfill. Oh, one of the things that I just found out recently is that this dump day is not going to be available to people who live in the outlying communities of the city. Now, it's not a big city. We live in a small town area, rural America, but until that deadline cuts off where the community only allows dumping by city folks, we need to take advantage of that as quickly as we can. So one of the things that people like us are constantly dealing with when it comes to homesteading and establishing a new place or cleaning it up or whatever it is the case may be, is dealing with the ever-changing priorities. You know, we just found out that this dump day, like I said, is not going to be available to people who live in the outlying communities. So taking advantage of it while we have the chance to do so is absolutely going to be crucial. So that just took up a couple of notches in priority from some other things that we have on the list. It's just one of those things that you deal with, and you take it as it comes. So we managed to get that done. Very excited, and it's still just 9:30 in the morning, so there's still plenty of day left to get a tremendous amount accomplished, and that is exciting. So we're going to call that a wrap on the annual dump day. Drop us a like, drop us a subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Raw Outrageous.